Sorry, I was listening to music. I'm sorry, who did you say this was?
This is Operator Burke from Northeastern University Police Department.
Okay.
Are you at your residence right now? Because we have some officers over there that wanted to speak with you.
Concerning.
Just concerning the case that you were concerned with.
I'm sorry, this is like out of the blue, and so why? I'm sorry, I'm really scared right now. Why are there police officers at my house?
Because they just want to speak with you. They wanted you to come downstairs and talk with them if possible.
Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. They just want to talk to you.
I don't feel comfortable with this tactic about how you show. Wow. No, I do not feel comfortable speaking to them in this manner. Why wasn't? Could. Whew, is this standard protocol
Yes, sir.
to show up at to show up to a graduate student's off-campus house to talk about something that I didn't use? I don't understand what. Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware that I have a disability?
I was not aware of that, sir. But
Is there someone who's trained to speak with mental health students who have psychiatric disorders? Because I'm afraid I'm about to have an episode right now because of what you're telling me. Like,
okay, sir. As I said, you're not in any type of trouble. They just want to talk to you. That's it. They just want to have a
I don't
conversation
feel
with
like I'm being heard. Is there somebody who is trained to talk to students who have psychiatric disorders? Because I'm afraid I'm going to have an episode right now and how you're communicating with me. This is really troubling.
Yes, sir. All of our officers are trained.
So this is the training to call me and tell me there are people at my house. I live in Dorchester. I don't live close to campus. And there are officers who want to speak to me about something, but you won't tell me what it is. And is there a file that explains how I've been treated? Like, oh my God. This is,
Sir,
oh my God.
do me a favor. Can you do me a favor? Can you just take a big deep breath for me? Okay? Just calm down. As I said,
That is not helpful to tell somebody to calm. Is there somebody else that I can speak to? You're not helping the situation at all.
Well, as I said, sir, the officers are there to speak with you.
And did you hear did you hear me when what I said? Did you hear what I said?
I understand what
No,
you're
did
saying.
you hear what I said? Did you hear it?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, can you repeat the words that I said when you told me that?
You said that you have a
In response to, do I want to speak with officers downstairs? Was I heard when I communicated to you and answered your question?
Yes, that you said that you don't feel comfortable talking
So
to them.
why do you keep insinuating, oh my God, that I go downstairs and talk to them as if that's going to make it any better?
Because, sir, I'm on a phone talking to you over the phone, and those officers are there in
But
person
do I
and
have
want
to?
speak to you.
Do I have to? Am I in trouble? Do you have a warrant? Are you going to arrest?
You're
Like,
not in any type of
so
trouble,
then
but the
let me
officers are
repeat
trying to
myself.
offer you
No, I
assistance.
do not want to speak to them at my house. I don't feel like this is a comfortable or appropriate protocol to show up and then call me like this.
Okay, can you stay on the line with me for just a minute, okay?
Why?
I'm going to place you on a brief hold.
Why?
As I said, I just need you to stay on the line with me. As I said,
No, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. I need no. Like, is there somebody else I can? No, like, no. I don't want to. Like, can I set up a meeting? I will come to campus, but this is ridiculous. No, I don't want to continue this conversation anymore. I do not want to continue.
For your well-being.
Okay, so stop. So now you're concerned about my well-being. Why didn't you say that when you started this? I'm really confused about the purpose of this visit. I don't trust you. I don't feel comfortable having this conversation anymore. But I'm afraid to hang up because I'm afraid y'all going to try to do something. So I'm going to ask one more time for my clarity before I like call a lawyer or call somebody because this feels like harassment. I'm fine. No, let me finish, please. I'm fine. My mental health was completely fine until you called me and told me there are police officers outside my house and won't tell me why. And then, like, 4 minutes into the conversation, you said they're concerned about my well-being.
Yes, sir.
So if you're concerned about my well-being and you did not hear me when I said I don't want to talk to them this way, is there no way I can talk to them? And yet you keep on pressuring me in this abusive tactic to try to say yes to something I already told you no to once. At which point, now I'm like escalated. I don't think you are trained to talk to somebody with a psychiatric disorder, which is what I said in the beginning. I don't feel heard. I don't feel safe. I don't feel like you're understanding me. So I'm going to tell you what I need to do for my mental health, and then I hope I'm heard when I said I will come to campus later today if it is this much of an urgency, if you're concerned about my well-being. But I need to calm down after receiving an unsolicited phone call saying there are police officers at my house.
Sir, the reason why the officers are there is due to the comment that you made based on your previous dealings with the department.
What comment?
The comments that you made on social media.
Can you clarify, please? Social media is how I emotionally regulate. It's part of my narrative psychotherapy. So I would like to understand what part of my therapy caused you to be concerned about my mental well-being to show up to my house.
You made a comment, sir, about, the potential of harming yourself.
When did I say I was going to harm myself?
I don't have it right in front of me.
So time out. This is where I'm like, why wasn't that what you started with?
Well,
is this standard protocol to try to trick somebody into coming downstairs to have a conversation because you're confused about that I might hurt myself? And now 6 minutes into the conversation, you're 6 minutes 30 seconds, you want to tell me that like they're here now because you think I might hurt myself. And after all of the things I said to you, this doesn't make any sense. If I was going to hurt myself, which I am not in any danger. So let me clarify that in case there's some misperception. I've never, ever once thought about killing myself or hurting myself. So the fact that you're insinuating, oh my God, like, can I set up a time to meet with somebody in person after I consult with like my mentors and my mental health providers and people who like are trained to speak to somebody, because the logic and what you're explaining to me makes zero sense?
Well, sir, so the situation is this. We were informed of the comments that you made on social media. We sent officers over there to speak with you, to offer you assistance and to give you any help that you may need or anything to that extent. I'm calling you because the address that we had on file did not give an exact apartment number. So we wanted to have you, we have officers at the building that wanted to speak with you, and we couldn't just knock on your door because we didn't have the exact apartment number. So that's why I'm calling you. And the reason why I just said that there were officers there that wanted to speak with you is because we would rather have had this conversation in person rather than over the phone, due to the nature of...
And this is standard protocol.
And again, we're checking on your well-being.
This is standard protocol.
Yes, sir. This is something that we do quite often. And so all I was doing was trying to get you to go downstairs to speak with the officers that were there in person. And that's all that it was. It's not, as I said, you're not in any type of trouble, but just due to some comments that you made, they were concerned for you and wanted to check on you and make sure that you are okay. Because, yes, it is standard protocol for us that if we feel that a student is potentially a danger to themselves, then we want to see them face-to-face to make sure that they are okay. Because we want to make sure that they, and to give them any type of resources that we know that are available for them through the campus because you're a student. So that's the process and that's the procedure that we go through. I did not mean to alarm you in any way, and I apologize if I upset you in any way. I was just trying to get you to go downstairs and speak face-to-face with the officers. That's all.
I believe in effective communication, and I feel like you are pressuring me through abusive tactics to do something that I've said twice, and for the third time I'll say I do not feel comfortable going downstairs. I hear you when you say this is standard protocol for Northeastern and how you respond to students who apparently you're concerned about their well-being. Thank you for your concern. I appreciate it. I am fine. And I would, again, let me reiterate for the fourth time, not feel comfortable or safe at all to go downstairs to speak to any officer who showed up randomly at my house when there are other methods, an email, a phone call. So I will show up to the university later today once I consult with my mental health providers and other people, because this is very disconcerting. And the fact that I've had to continue to repeat myself that I don't feel comfortable or safe does not make me feel heard.
Well, as I said, I apologize for any miscommunication between you and I.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. When you say miscommunication, what do you mean? Because I thought I was very clear when I said I do not feel comfortable the first time.
Well, I understood, but
So how is that a miscommunication? What I would believe that to be is that you dismissed what the person who you have concerns about their mental health, you dismissed what I said to insist on doing what you want me to do. Which is why I asked if somebody's trained to speak to somebody with mental health concerns, and you tell me all officers are. So if this is the level of training and standard, I don't feel comfortable going downstairs at my house to speak to anybody from Northeastern University Police Department. So I would appreciate it if you notified your officers to vacate my premises, and again, I will ask to set up a time to meet. I will come there today.
Okay, what time can you get here? Because again, they're going to want to see you face to face just to ensure that you're okay. If you do not feel comfortable doing it at your residence, that's fine. But we need to make contact with you as soon as possible so that we...
Does this not qualify as contact when you call me on the phone and in fact, I'm sorry, and we're speaking, and I'm telling you I'm fine. I was perfectly fine until this happened.
I understand that, sir, but it's just one of our policies that we have to have face-to-face communications with anybody that makes some of the statements.
Where can I read these policies?
The officer, when you speak with them, will tell you where you can find those policies.
No, I would like to know now so I can look it up online and have an educated conversation before going into it. So I would like to know where these standard policies and protocols that you keep mentioning are so that I can make sure that you're treating me fairly like everybody else, because I feel discriminated against, I feel harassed, and I feel like people don't understand the impact because they have power. Like, this is how you treat students who have a psychiatric disorder based off of everything that we've already gone through. Like, this is ridiculous. So where can I educate myself, enlighten myself, so that I can make sure that everything you're saying is correct, everything the officer's saying is correct, and so that I can feel like I am making informed decisions about my mental health and my safety, because I just read an article about how Northeastern is evolving its police tactics, and I'm really concerned if this is the training. So I would like to, again, let me clarify so there's no miscommunication. Where can I read about this? Standard protocol.
Okay, so my sergeant is on his way to me right now. He will be here in a matter of a minute. If I can place you on a brief hold, and then he will speak with you regarding all this information. Is that okay with you?
I would like the answer to my question of where I can receive this information.
Yes,
is it
sir.
not? Do all officers not know where this information is, or only certain officers provided that information?
The only thing is there's certain things that, certain policies are public, certain policies are not.
Where can I read the public policies?
Well, that's what he's going to give you that information, sir. So if I could just place you on a brief hold, and he'll go talk to you in just a minute. Is that okay?
If this is what I need to do to get the answer to a very simple question of where I can read the policies, then to answer your question, no, it's not okay, but I will do it.
All right, I very much appreciate that. Just stay on the line for me, and he will be on the phone in just a minute, okay? Thank you.